All right, well, it is time to get to our project for today. And I think what we're gonna do is take the 300ZX, put it on the lift over there. I'm gonna look at possibly switching out the power steering rack because it's just called the steering rack. It has a power steering leak that's pretty bad. I have an extra rack and somebody told me that I could just pull the rack out, slide the other one into place. We'll check that out and see if that's the deal. I would also like to change the rear main seal. No guarantee if that's gonna happen or not, because I don't know if I have the time. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff behind me. I mean, you can see U-Haul boxes. Our house is for sale. We are going to be selling it, moving. Not gonna say where yet. Go ahead and hit in the comments what you think crazy thing we're gonna do, because it is a little bit crazy. So put in the comments, think where we might move to. Right now we're in Idaho. Are we staying in Idaho or are we moving out of Idaho? But so speculate that down in the comments. I wanna hear what you guys have to say. So we're gonna move this over here. Check that out. I'm gonna pull the wheels back off of the 300ZX because all the wheels I really want for this car are still on back order. We're gonna throw the wheels on here. I'm actually gonna drive this around for a little bit, do a little daily driving in this crazy car while we do some stuff on the 300ZX and kind of get that ready where I want it to be. So right now we have to flip-flop all these cars, undo that. And if anybody wants to buy the 300ZX or not the 300ZX, that's not going anywhere. Oh yeah, and for anybody that saw me on Facebook throw that picture up and the guy was asking to buy a 300ZX. No, I'm not selling the 300ZX. I kind of did it just for fun because I had just taken those pictures. The guy said he had a crazy amount of money, so I was like, wow, if you want to buy it. Then two was just to see if anybody would recognize my car, which you guys did, which was hilarious. I had people hitting me up on Instagram about it. So good looking out. It's not for sale. We're not selling the 300ZX. Don't worry, we got a long ways to go with that. But we are gonna sell the 350Z. We are gonna sell the 350Z. It's a beautiful car. I don't really want to sell it, but I've got some other stuff in mind, some other project cars that might show up in the garage. And obviously, like I said, we got some other stuff going on in our personal lives that we're gonna share with you guys and let you in on that. So let me switch these cars around and I'm gonna drive the 240, which is pretty cool. 300ZX here, 240 over here. Let's try some of this YouTube magic to get these wheels changed. And just like that, the wheels are on, and I have to say, must have forgot how good these freaking wheels looked on this car. But, or just how bad those other ones looked on the car. But they look freaking amazing. I love them. What we need to do now is wash the filthiness off this car. So we'll get that ready so we can drive it all the time, because we're gonna DD this car for a little bit. Have a little fun. I barely ever drive this. I figured let's just drive it for a while. We got this guy up there. Now I haven't had this guy back on the rack and looked at everything since we finished all the front suspension stuff. Oh no, someone's calling me. So we'll look at that. You can see that oil that has dripped out just since it's been sitting here for, I mean, maybe an hour. It's been up here, maybe. It's been that long, but not long. Let's see who's calling me. Unknown caller. Didn't want to talk to them anyways. Anyways, this is beautiful. Wheels look so good. Finished up a little stuff, like added that fastener here. There was some fasteners like back here that weren't connected correctly, let's say. So finished that up too. We're just gonna get it washed. One thing that's lacking on this car right here, the 240, is the interior. This is actually two different seats. Shoot, the back seat is actually two different seats. And then the carpet's blue because the original color of this car was so like that light silver, blue silver with the blue interior. So I have the original blue carpet still, so I would like to change that out for something else and get these seats changed out. I do like this wheel just because it's in really good shape and it's OEM. We've got S15 floor mats down there that could use cleaned up, and really what we need is some new seats. So we'll pull this out, get it washed, and Claire got cereal. It's like mid-afternoon. scare you when I started it up.
Oh, that's not smelled that.
All right, we're gonna do this the right time this way, and we are gonna hit it with the wheel clean first. Let's get our brush cleaner, and let's get to it. Should we do some YouTube magic on this? Well, it's hot, the sun's out, and I want to avoid water spots as much as possible. So I've got some help here. Got Chloe. Rochelle's gonna be drying. Let's get this washed. So 1, 2, 3, let's go. Car looks so good clean on this color, and the light is way better than in the garage. Like, it just pops so much more. The red's deeper.
Then put it back.
This is what you get with kids is
Not with that
one that wants to fight y'all done. Well, anyways, this car looks great. I'm gonna put the finishing touches on the tires, and yeah, just let's take a minute to enjoy it. All right, so we've got the 300ZX on the lift, and something's been bugging me about this lip right here. If you've noticed it, so I've got it so it's secured like this, but it kind of just sags in the middle, usually a little bit more. I've got to disconnect it now, but something like that. But what I've got is this tape. Look, I think the other side, yeah. So this, yeah, look at that. So it wants to sag down. So I've got this tape. Actually comes with a lip, just some 3M double-sided sticky tape. Now I was thinking you put it on the inside, but it just doesn't contact that black line. So what I'm going to do is actually put it up top here, because I know that's going to contact with the top of this bumper, get maximum grip here. So I'm going to try it on this side first. I've got it disconnected. As you can see, for the hardware, just got one of the hole right there for one of the screws that it comes with. And then I also put a little hole right there and threw a zip tie in there just to try and keep it held into place. But we're gonna put some of this double-sided sticky tape, get everything prepped up with rubbing alcohol, and see if I can't suck this lip on and make it fit a little bit tighter. All right, here's just our rubbing alcohol. Throw some on this guy, wipe all those surfaces down, make sure to get any grease out of the way. All right, well that seemed to have worked and sucked that right up tight against that. Chloe really wants to help so bad. Dad, I want to help. It's not safe over here. So we got the hardware back in place. Looks great. It's awesome. It looks amazing. Now let's do it to this side and get rid of this stupid sagging lip. And the trick will be to see how long it holds for, but should be good. We'll try it out. 3M double-sided sticky tape that it came with. Get your surface area clean. So found some So we got some 3M surface primer that came with this kit I forgot about, and so we crush it at that little dot, and it breaks up, releases it, and then just hitting the surface that we're gonna double-sided sticky tape with here, and then underneath here. And I did that, and you can hear it crunch, crunch, crunch. So, and it smells like it's gonna prime some surface. So, I'm gonna do that. This is literally just turned into, this is gonna how you install this lip. It's super duper easy. I did paint this, and it does look amazing, and it's super easy to put on, and it transforms your car, because if you can see, I mean, my bumper is broken. Go back and watch some other videos, some older videos, and you can see how busted up this bumper is. And this lip saved it, so for 200 bucks. And of course, you know, paint. It's looking good. But let me get this tape laid out. I'll show you how I'm gonna do that. And then we'll get this part on. All right, well, this is our strip of tape here. And as you can see, it makes contact with the top of the bumper and actually this part. So hopefully it'll just hug this part of the bumper or lip nicely. Just gonna take, all right, so we got our tape exposed, and we're just gonna slide this guy into place here. All right, well, there is that side, and that cap's pretty much all closed. There's a little bit more I like right there, but all this big gap is gone. And then we'll just sink our screw right back in there. Should be good to go. So that tape worked awesome. I think that primer worked pretty good. Let's prep your surface area. There was a little bit of this black pinstriping that I didn't realize that was peeling off under here. And if you do this, I would highly suggest peeling any of that that's coming up off first. This side's still looking good. Side looks freaking awesome. Should have done this a long time ago, but I was just kind of, I don't know, not doing it. Put that in there and we're done. So that's how you install your Stillen GTZ lip. I actually got this one from Z1. You can get it from Stillen Automotive Sports directly, and probably a whole bunch of other places. Drop ship this from them as well. Looks good. The 300ZX is looking amazing. Put that screw in and then find another project to mess with. I was looking, like I said, the power steering. Here's what's dripping right here. It's coming from right here, not coming from the rack. And if you go straight up there, it's the power steering reservoir J hose that goes into the back of the pump. It's what feeds the pump. It's leaking. I replaced the return hose. We need to replace that J hose as well. So I'm telling you right now, we probably need to replace both the return hose and the J hose. I need to order it. Z1 seems to have it for about 25 bucks for the NA, about 30 bucks for the twin turbo. I'm gonna order that because I'm pretty sure that's where all this power steering is coming from. So both of those hoses, and I ordered those copper crush washers like I mentioned in another video. I would highly suggest all three of those parts to stop anything from leaking it. And on Luke's that we're working on over at his house, his is having the same problem. So that's 2 for 2 Z's that I've seen with those parts fail. So there's a good chance that you might want to keep an eye on that. But and then of course our rear main seal is leaking like crazy. I really don't want to have to pull that automatic transmission off just to put it back on, but we might have to. All right, well, this is what we are driving today. No, it's not the 300ZX, but I think it'll do the job, and I really haven't driven this in a while, so I'm kind of excited to drive it again. It's definitely smaller than the 300ZX. nice. It's got that luxury sports car feel, man. Super nice. But the good thing about this is that the gauge cluster works. Sure, it's in kilometers per hour, but it's all good. I know what the math is. Basically 60 is about 35. That's where you want to be at in your 35 zones. And then this one's got something else. It's got the little turbo. Some turbo noises. So this thing is super fun to drive. I'm glad to drive it. Glad to be driving this. Switch it up a little bit. Yeah, well, I took the wheels off of the 300ZX.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because that's the wheels that were on the 300ZX.
Yep.
I was going to fix a few things.
Power steering rack?
Yeah, which I actually need to talk to you about. Okay. Have you ordered anything from Z1 yet?
I already pulled the trigger, yeah.
Damn, I was going to I need this stupid hose. Yeah, because I don't want to pay shipping, but it's all good.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, dude, you're good, bro. Because that hose, the feed hose for the power steering reservoir that goes to the pump, that's like what's leaking on mine. They have it. It's like $25. Yeah.
At Napa?
No, at Z1. Yeah.
Oh, and I found the
did you order one for you?
Yeah, I found the power steering. Yeah,
on Z1. It's like that J hose. It's called a J hose.
I got the whole piece. Is like $60.
No, it's just a J hose. I'll show you.
Well, I ordered this. I ordered the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I went too overboard or what.
You might have. So I
got the whole thing.
You're like, I ordered it.
The whole
everything,
sucker,
dude.
I wasn't playing around. No game.
This hose, right? That comes off of this guy right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one. It's just that guy right there.
Oh no, dude! I got freaking.
It's only $25. I think you got that, but you might have got. Yeah.
I got something.
You might have got the one for the Hikes, because I did see that, dude, and they had that on there when I searched for that hose.
I might need to do a return because I don't even have a Hikes.
Yeah. No Hikes. Double filament.
Yep.
All right, we got our seal all lubed up. We're gonna just put this down here, and I'll show you what I was talking about last time. Maybe. If I can do this with one hand, that will be the trick. Oh my goodness. All right, I can't do this with one hand. So I'm gonna have to just... All right, so we're going to put these on. This is the one that came off of it. You can see that inner lip is kind of sits a little bit further down than this guy. So when you try to slide that onto the crank down here, it would not clear this inner landing. It wanted to push it out. So once you got it in there, the inside of that lip was sitting on here, and everything's gonna spin around, get chewed up, and it's garbage. So basically this one doesn't work. We called and talked to, what do we call it? Nampa, N-A-P-A.
Yep.
They verified that this is the right one, but I can tell you right now, looking at these side by side, there's a difference. Sure, that one has some miles on it, but I can verify that this not all parts that say they fit if you're not working with the correct actual OEM parts, not OE replacement parts that they try to spin you a web on. So we're not gonna get that done yet. We will get the water pump on. Just wait for packages to come in. That's working on cars, so that's what it is. Get this water pump prepped up, and we'll show you that here. All right, so we're just gonna move on. We've got our new, whatever these things are, studs in our water pump for the fan, and of course some blue Loctite on there, stop from backing out. Now we're just gonna go ahead and put on some blue RTV silicone gasket maker for the water pump. What we're gonna do is I'm just gonna go over this real quick, is we're gonna go around here, then underneath our bolt holes all the way around. We're gonna go underneath and around and underneath and around and underneath and around and underneath and all the way around. And yeah. All right, so this little guy right here, this is our stud, and it goes in the furthest. Bam! Well, and there's our water pump. So these are just like 12 foot-pounds of torque. They're just, you know, nothing crazy. Don't go crazy. Don't break them. That's where that stud goes. It looks beautiful. We've got our other studs back in place here. We're just getting held up by this, because once we get that, we'll put that back on. Our crank gear is all on. We didn't even have to cut this one off. And remind me to bring a little emery cloth and we'll clean this up. Then we'll put our tensioner right there. Then our belt will go on. Luke, you'll be that much closer.
Dude, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
So I'm gonna take these and clean them up. I have a wire wheel brush at my house. We're just gonna clean those up for Luke because those are nasty. Start over with those things. And I think that's gonna do it for today for working on this thing. Just wanted to get that water pump set up. And then now we're just gonna wait for parts. So see what happens. See what happens.
Do the snap one more time.
Oh, it's done.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't work that time. Damn it. All right. Well, comment down below. Let us know what you think about the 120K service. If you haven't done it, if you haven't done a timing belt on one of these 300ZXs, you know, does it look crazy? Does it not look crazy? It's really not that hard. We're literally taking like way too much time to do this. It's actually
You know what I
super
noticed
easy.
is when you put these on, you didn't really do anything. You just kind of
Yeah, they just threaded for
screwed them
one.
tight.
They're just like brand new and clean.
Yeah.
So the threads are all clean, and the same with this. The threads are all clean.
Yeah.
And then they only bottom out to where that little bulb's at. So you just go and get
The
them tight
thread
there,
locker
and then
does
that's
the
why
rest,
the
right?
thread locker is just to hold it in place more. But all you're trying to do is tighten them to bottom out, and they'll suck up into that deal. And then once we throw the fan on too, that we'll tighten them, so it'll tighten up even more if there's any slack left in them. Because we'll get the fan on here and then the nut, and then we'll tighten it up, and then it'll suck the fan to the water pump, and then we'll tighten this up and the nut to the fan. And so
torque
if
it
there's
down even more.
if there's anything left, it'll jam it into place.
Yeah. Look at that beautiful water pump.
Yeah. Water pump's all good. We got
So
our
good.
gasket peeking out there. So, yep, everything's looking good. Everything's looking good. So
yeah.
today when I'm filming this, it's National Tequila Day, so happy Tequila Day to all you, and I'm gonna go take Rochelle out for some tacos or something, or see what she wants to do. So call it a day on this. All right, so before we get into any more action, we're gonna go get something to eat. All right, Claire, lead the way. Open the door.
Yeah.
All right, Rochelle found this place. Oh, we're gonna go check it out and get some food. Chloe, who really hasn't been on the channel since she was born a long time ago in one of our older videos. She's in her little bassinet, but she's getting so big. So we'll get them loaded up, and let's go check out this seafood place here. All right, we made it. Let's go get Chloe some crab. What are you gonna have?
I don't know yet. Shrimp?
I want noodles.
Claire wants chicken and noodles, or chicken noodle soup, or even what? Paw Patrol soup?
Noodles.
Okay. Oh, Claire could get a job.
Oh, we want noodles.
So this has nothing to do with the 300ZX, but it does look delicious. All right, so it is a handful to go out with the girls, but what'd you get?
Noodles.
Shrimp.
Some fish. It's pretty good, but it's a handful if you can't see, because that one won't let up. To get you onto the
YouTubers all do the same thing.
All right, Luke said I have to do this. All right, ready?
Yep, do it.
All right, see you guys on the next one.